So, Rumble has been signing a lot of streamers recently. Just a couple of weeks back, they signed both Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed. And now it looks like Mizkif is their newest streamer. He's a bit of a weird choice for Rumble, since I think it's fair to say that the average Mizkif viewer is not really the type of person that usually uses Rumble. And that's got Pokimane upset, making her want to interview Mizkif so she can understand why he would sign on to Rumble. In case you don't know, Rumble is one of the biggest alt-tech companies, and for a while it's been slowly growing as a competitor to YouTube. Now it seems like it smells Twitch's blood in the water and has decided to dive into the live streaming game. Since it's an alt-tech company and is focused on free speech, with staunch anti-censorship rules in place so that everyone can speak their minds, Rumble has garnered a reputation for being a right-wing website. I don't really think that's true though. It's just YouTube circa 2012. You see, outside of the internet and everywhere prior to Gen Z, free speech is considered perhaps the most important right that Americans have. And I don't think anyone can deny that tech companies having control over the public conversation is kinda scary. So while Rumble might be considered a right-wing site by Gen Z online Twitter troll standards, it's in reality a neutral website that's more in line with the average person's views than a big website like Twitch or YouTube, who tend to have a lot of rules in place to protect those with minority opinions or worldviews. So anyway, that's why people might find it a little weird that Mizkif decided to start streaming over there, since he's not exactly considered a right-wing streamer, and the average Gen Z Twitch enjoyer probably considers Rumble to be a fairly right-wing platform. And to be fair, it's kind of a weird thing, not for Rumble, but for Mizkif to do it. Mizkif clearly must have known about the political association that his audience would have of Rumble, and he still went through with it, which means either Mizkif is secretly a based free speech and alt-tech supporter, or that the money was really good, or that he's worried he might get banned from Twitch and wants to secure some place he can go if that happens. The money being good is the most likely in my opinion, but I could see him being worried about being banned from Twitch. He was recently in a huge bit of controversy and he handled it very poorly, so I could see him getting banned because of that on Twitch if something new ever comes forth into the light. But more likely, it's the money. What's really weird is the deal that he signed. All of the recent signers to Rumble have followed similar structures, but basically it's not an exclusivity contract. He can keep streaming on Twitch all he wants, but he's just got to do 2 streams a week on Rumble, which seems like a weird way for them to acquire new talent. I think their plan is that they want to encourage people to come over and watch Mizkif's Rumble stream without interrupting his Twitch stream, so that his viewers don't get upset, and will over time come to learn the Rumble ecosystem and maybe stick around every once in a while. They're trying to grow by osmosis, which is actually a cool idea, but I don't know if I think it will work or not. I could see a future, especially since Mizkif's fans are probably a little politically charged against Rumble, where his fans just don't even bother to come over and watch his 2 Rumble streams every week. He's not really like iShowSpeed and Kai Cenat, whose audience seems to skew more center-right, and won't have the issue of politics stopping them from wanting to watch on Rumble. So it's a big gamble, but I do think it's a needed one. They need more diversity of thought on the platform if they want to shed the label of far-right that they've been given by a lot of the more far-left leaning people online. The best way to do this is to encourage people from other political leanings to come over, and I don't think there's any better way to do that than to have someone with a left-leaning audience come over and do something as apolitical as play video games. I think this is a win for them as long as Mizkif doesn't just start trashing them now that the deal's inked, which I do think is a possibility. I mentioned earlier that Pokimane seemed upset at Mizkif's move. She wanted to bring him on and have him talk about it and why he decided to do it. Pokimane is regrettably a fairly outspoken far-left political activist, having previously done at least 1 stream where she played Among Us with politicians like AOC, who was considered dangerously far left even by members of her own party. Most of Twitch has this extreme far left political leaning though, so that's not really unusual, or something I would criticize her about. Though I do think it's dangerous for the kids who might watch Twitch. We can maybe talk about that at a later date. But getting back to my point, Pokimane is good friends with Mizkif, at least from what we've seen of them interacting. And she's also not just left-wing, but basically the face of Twitch. She has a lot of reasons to criticize this deal, and as she's the face of Twitch, a lot of power over him, and more importantly, a lot of sway with his viewers. If she gets into a call with Mizkif, I don't see a way that that goes well for Rumble, since Pokimane wants to see Twitch succeed for obvious reasons, and probably dislikes Rumble for equally obvious reasons. She could bully Mizkif into making statements that wouldn't be good for Rumble. I'm not sure Rumble would or even should care though, considering their dislike of censorship. I'm not really sure though. One thing is for sure, Twitch is in trouble either way. It seems like Rumble and Kick are coming for its place as the top streaming site, and given Twitch's historical slow speed of improvement, I question whether or not they'll be able to react fast enough to the changing tides. But time will tell. What do you guys think about Mizkif joining Rumble? Have you ever used Rumble yourself? Would you be open to it? Let me know in the comments. That's all I've got, so thank you guys so much for watching all the way till the end. Have a great day, and God bless you.